Heading into
scary for James.
Heading into season 2, can you talk about any input or any feedback or thoughts you have in terms of what viewers can expect, and anything that really, I guess you could say, deviated from the book that readers of the book might?
Not a word.
Well, I can definitely tell you what viewers can expect for season 2. It picks up right where season 1 left off, which is, you know, the gang facing this sort of wall of animals charging the car. And so I think it'll be really satisfying in that way, because that cliffhanger that season 1 just kind of went to black screen on, it picks up right where that left off. And then from there on, the stakes just continue to rise throughout the season, and it's really adrenaline filled.
I think the big difference, in my opinion, and we had talked about this early on, is, I mean, season 1, at a certain point, it started becoming Animal of the Week. And, okay, what are we going to do? And so the idea of every time they went over the next horizon, they didn't know what to expect. So all bets are off. Expect the unexpected. Expect an unexpected thing for Jackson. Expect an unexpected thing expect some romance that you wouldn't expect in places you wouldn't expect it. So, and I think that notion of, you know, like for example, you go to Fuji and there are no animal attacks. Why? What the hell's going on? You know what I mean? That kind of thing. So, and I think that gets you into the world of, I don't know, Walking Dead, Lost. Humans start doing some weird stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good.
You're really well spoken. You should be a writer. You really have a way with words. Seriously, that was a great.
I should be a talker.
Yeah. What did I say? It's exciting and there's adrenaline, and then you came in with this unbelievable. That's exciting. I'm excited for season 2 now.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
It is.
And our aim is to be the #1 scripted drama again, and fuck these people. Don't ruin me with Les Moonves.
Woo! I need another coffee.
Well, getting a second season out of them had to feel good.
Yeah, failure feels bad.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good. Getting a second season isn't always the easiest thing in this, you know, busy, competitive television market. So to get that second season and to also get the viewership we found in season 1 was pretty incredible.
Did you look at shows like The Walking Dead that have the very high concept of how to continue for season after season? I mean, what other shows that have these high concepts do to keep going?
I saw the first episode of The Walking Dead whenever it came in. That's all I've seen. I
Yeah.
thought it was good, but for some reason, I don't know. I mean, I used to love zombies when I was little. I don't like them the way I used to. When I was like 10, I really liked zombies.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking the show, because I actually liked the first episode. I don't know why I didn't follow up on it, but no, I haven't.
Yeah. I'm also not an avid watcher of the show for no good reason. I think it's, you know, it's obviously a great show. It's been on for a long time. But in the way I think it's a good comparison, because it is this apocalyptic world that we're living in on season 2 of Zoo. And to watch this crew of people, Jackson along with the other characters, deal with this and figure out how to live in this, you know, world is, I think, one of the exciting elements of season 2.
Yeah, I mean, for me, Zoo has always been a fable. Obviously, this has nothing to do with realism. It's a fable about what man is doing to the world, and in retribution, animals. You know, but this would not happen. But in the world of 1984 or things like that, this kind of thing can happen in a story.
Also, you know, what's been exciting for me to read the scripts, because I obviously read them as they come in, and in this season, it's interesting for me, and I'm in the show, so I think it'll be interesting for the viewers. You get snapshots of how the world is dealing with this. You get to see little towns, you get to see different parts of the world, and how are they dealing with this animal apocalypse.
And it's different.
Yeah.
It's different, and that's what I think what makes it particularly interesting. It's just different in every episode is different than the last one. There's one episode that sucks. I won't tell you which one.
Is it a heavy Jackson episode? Or?
No, Jackson's great. You'll see big shifts from this guy.
For Mr. Patterson, Stephen King always claimed to be happy with the adaptation of Under the Dome, but readers of the books always said, I don't recognize this story. How satisfied are with you with this realization of your book?
I always, to me, when you go out to Hollywood, it's always like, look, here's the book. It is what it is. It will always stay the same. So my thing about when we're doing a movie or TV is I just want to go in and look at it and go, that was great. So far, I look at the Zoo thing. I think this year's better than the first year. So I'm happy.
Has there been any particular scene or
But it's
sequence?
different.
Has there ever been a particular scene or sequence?
And my
where-
fans are not quite as crazy as Steven, so they don't,
Has there been a scene or sequence where you're like, oh my god, that's exactly how I pictured it when I was...
Well, I think Jackson and Chloe are pretty close to the characters in the book. I mean, still one of my favorite scenes was that the first one, the first episode when they're in the high grass with the lions. That was like really good.
Has that changed the way
Jaws
that
with lions.
has that changed the way you look at animals now? Because watching it, it looks scary, and you look at dogs afterwards, and you're like, whoa. Like, has it changed you?
Just birds, actually, and truly, no, not really. I don't really look at animals that differently, but birds, for some reason, because they always just kind of see like they're swooping down at you, and I always, for a second now, I kind of look at them twice before I. But no, I have a dog. I'm a dog lover, and she's.
But does your dog love you?
It's a good question. It's a fair question.
What are you guys' thoughts on being on in the summertime? Any fall season envy here? Anything like that?
Not for me, no. I think, I've worked in television now for a few years, and I think that summer has become a really exciting time for television shows. And it's also become a time, I think, for shows to really distinguish themselves. And it seems to me, I'm obviously not a network executive, but it seems to me that it's also a time that networks really take more of a gamble with higher concept shows. And so it's fun to be on something that's original, that's finding viewership, that's finding a great audience, and it's really distinguishing itself. And I think summer's a great place to do that.
Yeah, I agree.
Does it being on in the summer for the second season and knowing that it was going to be on in the summer allow you to take more risk when you're writing the program?
I don't write it.
Oh, I'm
so,
sorry.
Yeah. Yes, but it would.
Yeah.
No, a lot of things that people think are risky, I don't think are risky, so I don't get all that. I think what was really risky is for a long period for network television to just let cable take the summers. That to me is like, what? Why would you let them build that habit of people going to the cable networks? So I think they've smartened up now. They're not giving the summer to cable anymore.
Yeah.
Can I review?
Can you talk about some of the new characters we're gonna meet?
Sure. Well, you know them better than I do.
Yeah.
Dariella's
great. She's a really exciting new character. She's military. She's a military kind of personnel that we run into, and kind of comes in and joins us in our mission. And played by a great actress named Alyssa Diaz.
She's good. She's really good.
Yeah.
Everybody's better this year, in my opinion. I don't know if you can maybe say why that is. But everybody, the whole spirit of the show, the pace of it, everything is better.
Well, I think it's season 2 just.
Usually season 2 starts to, but
Is
not
that right? I think everyone's just
yeah.
comfortable. I think in season 1 you go, okay, here we go, we have the show.
Is Mitch comfortable?
I hope so, because he's on air with us.
I worry
June
about
28th.
Mitch.
I think he's doing great. But no, in season 2, I think, look, in season 1, you have this amazing show based on this book, right? And everyone's just going, okay, well, what is the show? And we're figuring out as we're doing it, and we had a great season. But in season 2, you go, okay, these are the elements. I think the writers say it, I think the directors say it, I think the actors say it. These are the elements of season 1 that I loved. This is what I'm comfortable playing. In a great play, in a great film, there's a rehearsal period, right? And then all of a sudden they find this character. Well, on TV, everything moves fast. So now everyone, I think, is really rooted in who they are, and I think that's playing into the fabric of season 2.
Well, going back to the new characters, can you talk about Logan and the one being played by Joanne Kelly?
Yeah, Logan is a great character that comes in, and he's, the audience won't be sure kind of where he stands. Is he with the team, or is he against the team? And he's great. The actor who plays him, Josh, is doing a great job. And then Joanne Kelly is coming in, and she plays Allison Shaw, who Allison, she kind of comes in, and she's related to one of the characters. I don't want to give anything away, but you find out who she is, why she's there, and it's just, for me, my favorite part of television is characters, watching people interact. And so this year we have 3 new great characters that are entirely different that just kind of add to the show. Yeah.
What about your relationship with Abraham? Because last we left off, they separated for a little bit and then found each other again. What challenges are you guys going to face in this season?
Yeah, Abraham and Jackson, are like brothers, This season, there will be turmoil that starts to exist between them in certain ways and in surprising ways to the audience, and I think that's going to be really exciting to watch because that relationship has been so strong and so solid, and it's going to be challenged in season 2.
Yeah, there are many more emotional highs and lows, I think, this year. Last year was a little this way, and this year it's like, even between Abraham and Jackson, and Jackson and Chloe, I mean, there's, which is cool.
Got time for about 2 more questions?
I know you,
You got it.
I know you poo-pooed earlier the notion of animal of the week, but are there any other cool ones coming?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. A lot of cool animals.
Something we haven't seen?
I didn't poo-poo it. What I don't like is if you start to drift into cookie cutter.
Right, this is the Vera week, this is the house.
Yeah, or you kind of, I like it, me, that I don't know what to expect, but I like the last weeks and so on.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think it's surprising. Every turn is really surprising.
Yeah.
But we still have cool animals. We have a polar
Yes.
bear. We have a polar bear this year.
Gerbils.
No gerbils. Is that considered a cool animal?
Could be. Yeah. Moles.
James the author, what motivates you to take your projects out to Hollywood?
What motivates me about anything at this stage is first of all, I love movies. I like a lot of good television. And I just want to, at the end of the project, I don't care if they changed it, I just want to look at it and go, I love that. That really turned out well, in my opinion. We have a kids movie with participant in CBS Films coming in October, and it's just, we haven't seen the final edit yet, but I mean, it's terrific. The kids are great, all the adults are stand-up comedians, and it's very, very funny, and people will cry at the same time, so I love it. That's like great. Zoo, as I said, personally, I think season 2 is better than season 1. I thought season 1 was good.
Is there any book that you feel would be
Yes.
would be better suited for a TV series as opposed
Yes,
to?
I've got so many of them to bring to CBS.
Could you name a few in case?
Well, one of the things that I'm going right now to introduce book shots, which are these under 150-page books that I'm launching. They just launched in Australia, and they just did the bestseller list, and 6 of the 8 were book shots. They're under 150 pages, under $5. And so I have so much content. I already had a ton of content. Now add 50 books a year of content. And like we have an Alice Cross and a Women's Murder Club, but all the rest of it is like fresh. It's all like, where'd that come from? There's a great series with the French Detective, for example.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.